You open your eyes to the dawn of night and immediately feel yourself consumed with hunger. You go out looking for prey. Hopefully, you'll find a strong, muscled mortal, just the way you like them. The wind blows softly over the botanical garden tonight. The fair weather has attracted quite a crowd. You hide in the shadows to better observe your prey. As time passes, the flow of mortals diminishes. You're wondering whether you've waited too long when suddenly something draws your attention. Other vampires. You recognize them as acquaintances of yours, and they seem to be tracking prey on your territory. Something is up. You stay hidden and alert, watching one of the people they're following. A large man heading for a white truck in the parking lot, his silhouetted face hidden by shadows. He circles the truck, then unlocks it, opens the 2 back doors, and takes out a shovel, which he throws over his shoulder before strutting back to the park with determination. Under the orange glow of the surrounding streetlights, you see his face clearly for the first time, and its scar. That face, it's the face of a killer. His face. 1990. Oka Crisis. These last few nights have been rough as your people fight to preserve their lands. The army hasn't been kind to you, far from it. But tonight, your life will change. A man enters the small house where you found sanctuary about a week ago. In his right hand, he holds your brother, whose neck is broken. Although you are mortal, you feel a sort of primal hatred consuming you. Only one of you will make it out of here alive. The hatred seeping through your veins has become impossible to contain. You choose to attack. You still have a short time left to decide how you will kill your brother's murderer. Anger consumes you, and you fully intend on making that killer bleed. All you need to do is seize the kitchen knife on the table. You don't have enough time to grab the knife. Your opponent beats you to it and plunges the blade deep into your leg. You grit your teeth as a white-hot flash of pain burns through you. The adrenaline and the savage fury you feel carry you through the agonizing wound, but you do realize you are bleeding profusely. You launch yourself at him, hands outstretched. Your enemy watches you without a word. He seems stronger and quicker than you, yet you remain unfazed. He swings before you have time to react. Despite the worthy adversary before you, you won't back down. You'd go to any lengths to avenge your brother. Your opponent is fast. The thought that your efforts might be doomed from the start crosses your mind briefly. You try to avoid looking at your brother's body on the floor. The time has come for you to fight. With a dangerous gleam in his eyes, your brother's murderer prepares to strike. You crouch down for a devastating leap attack, but you are too slow. Your opponent hits you in the knee with a powerful low kick. It immediately starts to feel numb, and you might have torn a tendon. Somehow you manage to ignore all that pain as your rage takes over. You leap forward and deliver a powerful gut punch. You are shocked as your fist feels like it has hit a wall of concrete, and you can hear your fingers cracking. Your opponent is smiling viciously. He seems confident. You take position and decide to defend yourself against whatever attack might be coming your way. He lunges forward with a powerful knee strike aimed at your head, but this time you quickly dodge to the left, and he misses. Unfortunately, you have no time to celebrate your little success, as a sharp pain strikes your leg, which still has the knife stuck in it. For someone in a life or death situation, you remain surprisingly calm, probably because you know your fate depends entirely on your ability to remain focused. These next few minutes will be crucial to your survival. Your opponent looks just as vigorous as before, but you won't give in. You're not sure what your next move should be. Should you attack or defend yourself? Maybe the best strategy is to simply wait and see what your opponent does before deciding on a move. Your enemy cracks his knuckles. The disgusting sound makes you wince for a second, until you realize he's trying to intimidate you. It's time for you to unveil your new strategy. Like an animal pinned into a corner, you throw a powerful uppercut at your opponent, which he easily blocks. You've used all the different techniques at your disposal, but your enemy remains strong and difficult to put down. You grit your teeth, filled with rage. But the battle is now over. You feel as though it's lasted for hours. You're exhausted, yet you still have enough anger left in you to glare at your opponent. Your enemy was way out of your league. Your attacks haven't had the desired effect, and his ripostes have left you feeling weak. You're on your knees, spitting blood and saliva. The pain is suffocating. He leans over you and grabs your face with his disgusting fingers. A sadistic smirk is etched on his own face as he draws nearer to you.
Nice try. Don't feel bad, though. It's all right. After all, you get to join your brother now.
He takes out his machete and hacks your chest open. You cry out in agony and immediately collapse. Your vision blurs, and you feel the breath of life slowly leaving you. And then, a different kind of agony takes hold of you at the thought that you couldn't avenge your brother. Your enemy kicks you one last time, but you don't even feel the pain anymore. Finally, he leaves, abandoning you to your tragic fate. Aren Konway. Backstory. Aren Konway was born and raised in Konway, south of Montreal. From her mother, she inherited a deep respect for the traditions of the Mohawk. In her early 20s, the Oka crisis started, and Aren was right there in the trenches to defend the people that she grew up with. When the army forced the Mohawk to abandon their barricades, she went home defeated. Instead of a warm, healthy home, she found a house that someone had broken into. A man held her brother's corpse in his arms. He wore a Canadian uniform. She fell into a deep rage and lunged at him, ready to make him pay for everything. The soldier proved to be supernatural, and Karen had no chance to defeat him. Not willing to give in, Aren fought to the bitter end, and that might be exactly what saved her. Without her knowledge, her fight was watched by a Gangrel named Yuma Mackenzie. Until today, she was wondering why he was observing her home, but she is grateful for her embrace. Aren is everything, what a Gangrel is meant to be. She is strong, brave, and a true fighter. Her supernatural endurance and fierce claws made her embrace her clan's values. In the world of vampires, only the strong survive, and Aren is determined to be the strongest of them all. She won't hesitate to find her brother's murderer, and she will deliver final justice. Conclusion. You died that night. He left you to agonize in your own blood as you felt your life leave you bit by bit, your brother's corpse lying right next to you. Suddenly, an animal stench pervaded your nostrils. Soon after, the silhouette of a mysterious stranger leaned over you.
You fought well. You should do the trick.
The stranger lifted you with complete ease. He brought your neck to his lips, and as you let out one last breath, his long hair caressed your face. A metallic liquid filled your mouth and escaped the corners of your lips. Shortly thereafter, a bestial roar escaped you, and you jumped to your feet, longing for blood. Current day. Your minds erase the remaining fragments of your past, namely those that helped you survive alone during that first long and tedious winter. You barely knew who and where you were back then. Yet, somehow, you managed to overcome it all. Today, you know you are Gangrel, free, ferocious, and full of pride. Tonight, your brother's murderer has trespassed on your sire's territory, giving you another chance to seek justice for his death.